Hello, friend. If you've never made it to the end of these chapters, or if it's your first time here, I want to remind you that you are loved, you are not alone, and you do matter. Today we'll be enjoying chapter 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46 of Goodnight PunPun. So get cozy, grab a drink, and let's enjoy the story. Let's begin by taking one deep breath in through our nose. Hold it and out. In the end, I'm all alone again. Pun Pun, you understand my feelings, don't you? Regardless of whether he understood or not, the warmth of Aiko's hands led Pun Pun unexpectedly to bliss. Pun Pun, can you throw away your family, your dreams, and all the things important to you for the sake of the one you love? Ha, of course not. You're just a coward. But I can. If it's for someone I truly love, I can throw it all away. I see the same dream over and over again. A dream in which I'm waiting for a person for so long. I'm waiting for someone by a waterfront in the dark. Waiting and waiting for many, many years. But then I realize someone who's been staring at me. And I run, dragging my feet along to the person who I think is my mother, though I barely remember her. But then, when I look carefully, I realized it was just a reflection of myself in the water. And then I feel so lonely. And I wake up. I get depressed whenever I think that my dying moment is going to be that lonely. Do you remember of the time when we wrote that essay back in elementary school? I wrote how I wanted to become an actor, an actress, or singer when I grew up. I wanted a lot of other people to know and like me, but I'm different now. It's alright if it's only one other person. Just a single person and we'll understand everything about each other. We'll be so close as to not allow even 1 millimeter gap of distance between us. As long as I can be with a person like that, I don't need anything else. If my dream can be granted, I won't mind if I died right then. Ah! Duh! Yaguchi, are you alright? Your right leg doesn't seem to be in the best condition. Don't push yourself. Even if you lose, you still earn a ticket to the advance to the next tournament, so don't injure yourself. Uh-oh, he's catching up. No, I'm perfectly fine. Yesterday he phoned me and said that he would have something very important to say after the match, so I should definitely come. But I didn't really like him getting all agitated for some reason. So I then told him, let's just forget about the match and run away together. But he said he didn't understand what I meant and laughed. And then I realized it. Tanaka, what are you talking to Pun Pun for? It's an important match you should be watching. That he's different from me. We're 2 worlds apart. Eiko? Do you think I'm saying weird things? Eiko, no. Eiko, your feelings. No. You don't. You understand, don't you, Pun Pun? I wonder if she's still waiting for someone to come meet her. Like on the day she planned to go all the way to Kogoshima with a bag as large as her slung over her shoulder. God comes when I chant, dear God, tinkle, tinkle, hoy. Of course, back in those days, he would come even without being called. If I squeeze back Eiko's hand right now. Yo! She might forgive the fact that I broke our promise. Hoy! She might even show me her underwear in other regions. She might even say that she likes me one more time. But there's still that perhaps should just put aside that bet with Yaguchi for now and deal with this situation first. How logical Pun Pun is. Hey Pun Pun, can you stop the nice guy act already? She might say that. If you keep waiting and enduring like that forever, patiently in your mind, you'll end up killing yourself for committing a crime one day. Pun Pun was very confused. So it's better to live greedily. As the dark muddiness clouded his mind, he felt something intense that he had never felt before. Just fall as low as possible. If it was as if he was drifting in space, with hope, loneliness, and ecstasy. Did you just hear a weird noise? Ah! He collapsed! How you doing, friend? We're on chapter 43. Hey, Pun Pun! Hurry up, we're going to go check it out. Is the chronic Achilles tendon? Why didn't you say anything? No wonder your right leg seemed awkward, and you unnecessarily put too much of a strain on your left leg. If your tendon has torn, you'll be out for 2 months. He's finished, even though he would have still advanced, even if he lost. Mamoru, I think you played very well. Your mother is very proud. Don't touch me! Onodera? I lost. It's yours. Win. It's your win. I'm taking Yaguchi to the hospital. Clean up and go home at your own pace. You want to go to a game center? Pun Pun was not even the least bit happy. In fact, Pun Pun felt it was his fault that Yaguchi overexerted himself and ended up being injured. It was too much for Pun Pun to bear. No, that's wrong. Although he pretended to be a good child in his head, Pun Pun was really a dishonest child. Pun Pun. He didn't want to admit it, but for a moment, he felt good to betray and kick a person on the ground. Are you going home? It was as if another self existed inside in his head. He was sure that his despicable, disgusting self was reflected in Eiko's pure, round eyes. I'm sorry that I couldn't keep our promise to go to Kokoshima on that day. Pun Pun at last understood that for the past 2 years, he longed to just say this to her. Okay, it's fine. I don't mind at all. Eiko is smiling? Then, should we go now? To Kokoshima? Pun Pun felt. Pun Pun, you wouldn't lie, right? That if he were to take just one step closer to Eiko then and there, he would fall and fall below to the deepest depths of darkness. Pun Pun mustered his courage and spoke. Please go right now to Yaguchi. What? Yaguchi needs you more than anything right now. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Pun Pun was too scared to even turn and look back. Pun Pun, which do you prefer? Bestiality or necrophilia? Thanks to the pure white snow that had fallen last night, Pun Pun could clearly see his vile self reflected clearly. If possible, he wished for the pure white snow to melt and with it for everything else to disappear as well. You crying again? I'm not crying. You are crying. I am not crying. Goodbye, Ika. Oh, really? We're on chapter 44. Taking a sip of water, friend. Let's take a deep breath here. Breathe in through your nose and out. Let me introduce someone to you all. This girl here is now my girlfriend after going through many things. My name is Akuma Midori. It's nice to make your acquaintance. Do you remember? I was the nurse at the hospital. You were... Ah! Oh, please! There's no way I have forgotten. Such a good girl. If I were a man, I'd be all over her, if you know what I mean. Sorry about my sister. She seems as lively as ever. Yuichi! Damn, you sure hit the jackpot. Should I open up a room so you can stay with her tonight? Shut up, God. You're so blunt. Isn't this fun? Midori, are you living with your folks? If so, then just live here with us. And then when I grow old, you guys can take care of me. The hell are you saying? You're only in your 30s. I don't know why, but I feel so happy, like platinum or diamond class happy. I'm Akuma Midori. Nice to meet you. You know, for a nephew, he looks surprisingly like you, Yuichi. Yeah, even his shyness, I guess. What about his gloomy side, eh? Pun pun. Midori, at least stay just for tonight. If you don't, I might end up crying due to loneliness. What? Well, if so, then I guess I could stay. Felt very strange for the next few days. He kept dreaming about that day when the badminton tournament ended. You scaredy cat! You feel like you're falling deeper and deeper into darkness? Fall, lower and lower. Do you even have a good enough family for you to feel regret when you throw them away? Once I hit 40, I'm going to get plastic surgery. Do you even have a dream so important to you that you can't give up on it? Pun pun, no matter what kind of life a person leads, they will always die in the end. That is only fair. And in that life, did you know a person only has two choices to choose from? To do or not to do. That's it. Pun Pun thought, how wonderful it would be if he could sleep peacefully without thinking anything. He didn't want to hurt anyone. He didn't want to talk to anyone. He just wanted to be forgotten by everyone. He suddenly remembered what a girl Tanaka said to him long ago. That oil would run out and humans would destroy the environment, resulting in their extinction. He also recalled that when he grew up, he wanted to study space and migrate humans to another planet. Pun Pun thought to himself, I was such a kid back then. The starry sky looked close enough to reach with his hands when he was a kid. Now looked so far away. Yuichi! I didn't plan to stay here for that reason. I don't care. I'm at my limit. And they'll hear us. It's fine, they're deep asleep. Ah, no. Pun Pun felt that humanity may or may not go extinct. But one thing he was sure of was that his own life will continue on for a short while longer. Pun Pun! Didn't you say we should all go somewhere during spring break? The girls decided that we should all go to Shibuya. You coming? Huh? Pun Pun, he's sleeping. Hey, whatever. Pun Pun's kind of been gloomy lately. It'll be just boring if he comes. I guess. But it'll be kind of bad if we're just ignoring him. Seki, social studies reference room. I've already said countless of times, and it's already the third semester. Isn't it about time you gave it serious thought? I've said it countless of times too, sir. I have no intention of going to high school. Even if someone like me studies, I'll only learn how to be crafty. Fine. Do what you want. Sorry for making you wait, Shimizu. Things took unexpectedly longer. Hey, Shimizu, did you decide if you're going to high school? Wasn't it you who told me to study a lot and go to a good school? I guess it was. That's good. Being normal is best for you. Hey, PunPun, haven't seen you for a long time. You have an interview too today? Haven't seen you for so long that I didn't know what to say anymore. How you doing? Your voice seems much deeper now. You grow any hair down there? See ya, like a jungle. Ah, Onodera? Your attitude in class is average. Your grades are average too. Hasn't gone up nor gone down. There's nothing really for me to say to you personally. Do you have any dreams or goals? Pun Pun thought very hard, but he couldn't think of anything, so he ended up saying, I want to become a scientist who studies space so I can save the world. I see. Then you better study like hell. Oh, I heard you quit the Batman Club. Did you choose another club? Well, our club, our Go Club is, we only really have 2 members, so it's hard to call us a proper club. But you seem like a serious boy, and you look like you want to learn. How about it? Do you want to try playing the game? The sky of February seemed just a bit too cold for Pun Pun. It was still winter, but Pun Pun wished it to end as soon as possible. He can do it. Chapter 45. It's so peaceful up here. Yes, it is. The weather at the amusement park that Pun Pun was taken to by his uncle was very nice and peaceful, unlike his feelings. But you know, being so happy like this makes me feel a bit uneasy. I wish I can't help but wonder how long these happy times will continue on for. Hey now. Did my pessimism spread to you, too? True happiness only lasts for a brief time, so you better enjoy it while you can, right? Yeah, I guess so. Are you really convinced? To tell you the truth, I have something important to say. Really? The store owner of the cafe I work at said that his mother is ill, so he's going to be going to live with his mother. Ah, I see. So, what about the shop? Well, he's been worrying over whether to sell the store or to just rent it out to someone, so I asked him. I asked him if he will lend the shop to me. I may not have enough money or the exact qualifications, but if he could just lend the store to me as it is right now, I said I could definitely at least maintain it. And right now, you're wondering whether or not to start working at the pottery class again, right? So I thought maybe you could become an art teacher again, and I could serve the plates or cups that you made to my customers. And it'd be such a nice little shop. I guess. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself with my imaginations. But the owner agreed. He said he'd even give me a discount on the rent. Midori, you're quite brave, aren't you? To be able to turn your dreams into reality. No, I don't think I could do anything by myself. To be honest, you may not be the most dependable person, but just having you by my side give me enough strength. Midori! I might have lived all my life for this very moment. The people seen below, all the way above from the Ferris wheel, looked so tiny, just like ants. And to think that each person has their own lives and stories overwhelmed Pun Pun a little. Let's promise. Once we're both settled down at our jobs, let's get married. Ha, isn't that what you said to your last girlfriend? But this time, I'm serious. But his own existence was probably as unnoticeable as the dust fluttering above in the skies. Pun Pun was a brave child, so he was very calm about it. But even so, the tears kept flowing. He tried his hardest to think why he was crying. But before he knew it, it was time to exit the Ferris wheel. Sorry. I'm really sorry. Sorry for leaving you to play on your own and then making you wait here for us. He had just a few too many drinks. Hey, boy! Eating 3 skewered squids by yourself. That's pretty manly, you little burger. You little bugger. The amusement park. You should have invited me. Out of it, a skit worked. But it's full of couples. Oh, to hell with them. I see. Ah, Yuichi fell asleep. Hey, Midori, how about we drink a little and have ourselves a girl talk? Well, I already feel a little guilty that I've been staying here for 1 month. Oh, please, we don't mind at all. Besides, you're quite good at cooking. Then, what should we have for dinner tomorrow? Should I make your favorite? Oh, if that's the case, I'll buy the groceries and come home quickly after work tomorrow. Ah, what is this feeling? It feels like we're a family. How funny. Jeez, you've been saying that often these days. Pun Pun didn't really care for his stupid family act. Pun Pun? Today was very fun. Your mother told me to give this to you. I'll leave this letter here, okay? When thinking of his dad who blabbed on and on about giants and aliens like an idiot without even knowing his feelings, Pun Pun didn't even feel like opening his letter. And the next letter to your radio station is from Snake Man. I'm an 8th grade boy who finally managed to get a girlfriend. I even got to hold her hand. But then when I hold her hand, I get a boner so I can't walk properly. What should I do? Please help me, Takumi. I understand. I was like that back in middle school too. At this time, Pun Pun was busy studying very hard. There was no real reason why. It just seems to help calm him down. Hi, I'm a student who recently failed the college entrance exam, and my parents won't shut up about it. Just how much meaning is there in studying all your time away in the one and only life you get? Please help me, Takumi. Maybe he'll study extra hard, enter Tokyo University, and then become a nuclear physicist, a secret underground organization. And then he'll destroy mankind. Just kidding. What a funny child. Hi, I'm a 7th grade male student. Due to domestic violence, my parents have divorced and my mom drinks all the time now. And at night, I hear my uncle having sex with his girlfriend in the room besides mine. I have no dreams. I have no girlfriend. How should I live on from now? From a listener with the alias Angel Pie. How the hell will I know? Pun Pun was depressed at the guy who couldn't even offer a single word of advice. Well. If that isn't the false accusation of the century. You're the one who decided to call me God, not me. It was all you. Then who the hell are you? Moving on to the next letter. From Princess Tomato of the North. I heard that boys do perverted things while thinking about girls they like. I can't stand the thought of someone dirtying me with their sick thoughts. Why do boys do these things? Please tell me, Takumi. Even though it should be spring soon, winds cold enough to freeze a town over. We're still blowing throughout the night. But spring will still definitely come. There's no such thing as a never-ending winter. Pun Pun thought to himself that if today was a tough day, he was sure that tomorrow filled with joy would be waiting. If not tomorrow, the next week. If not next week, the next month. If not next month, the next year. But happy times were sure to come again. That's what he wanted to believe. But that was just his wish-like fantasy. But so what? In any case, that was it for today. Good night, Pun Pun. Chapter 46, the last chapter for tonight. Doa? You drive a hard bargain, man. If I make it any cheaper, my boss will be angry. I can't just ignore advertised prices and just go easy just because it's a holiday. Oh, won't you please do it for my lovely sake? Hello? Is this the manager? It's Kumi of the Southern Branch office. It's about the package service. Yes, just how far can I lower the price to? 2 years later. All right, ma'am. I managed to do it. We'll throw in a free earthquake prevention mat, and your total moving cost will be a mere 13 grand. How about 10 grand? Dwa! Gua! Um, are you really sure about this? I'm telling you, it's fine. I'm tired of talking about this, and there's no reason for me to continue living in this house. Even when you deduct the loans, this house is still worth a lot of money. And then the recompensation money for Yuichi will be dealt with. Yuichi is a bit stubborn, so I don't think he'll be very happy. What an idiot. He's been living in his house for almost 5 years paying the house rent. So if you think all of the money he's paid so far it's fine, don't you think so? He's too blockheaded. But you can be pretty stubborn too, once you've set your mind on something. Oh, for God's sake. I've already decided to sell the house. Oh, that's right. How was Pun Pun results for the high school entrance exams? Was that today? Well, I'm sure things turned out well. But he sure worked hard today. He studied and studied for the past 2 years. Surely you're not disagreeing with my child wearing methods. Ha! Hey, Midori? It's only been 1 week since Yuichi hasn't come home. Well, he doesn't have the best attitude or personality, but you worry too much. He's a grown man. Maybe he's staying over at a friend's place or something. That man doesn't have any friends anymore. That's true. Yuichi has nowhere else to go. Well, I may be speaking a bit bluntly, but maybe the afterworld? Thank you, friend, for spending time with me. You are loved. You're appreciated. You matter. And you're not alone. Till next time, good night, and I love you. Mwah.